Swalupam Rupam Tasya Vrijam Maturim Maturim Goshtavatim Radha Kundam Girivaramaho Radhika Madhavasam Prapto Yasya Prakita Kripaya Shri Gurutam Natosmi Shri Gurutam Natosmi Shri Gurutam Natosmi. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I've been outside of Atlanta for so long, so it feels so wonderful to be back in everyone's association, especially the senior devotees, Dasa, and all the assembled Vaishnavas over here. And without your blessings, I would not have been able to come back here. And without your blessings, I cannot share anything meaningful. I'm also struggling with my Japa. But I know by your prayers that something that Radha Madan Mohan wants to share with each of you will flow through my mouth and will purify me and will satisfy all of you. So with that, I seek all of your prayers, starting with the senior Vaishnavas and all the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. So this topic of chanting Harinam is an enigma for me as well. Most of this content has been taken from the recently concluded Holy Name immersion that Param Pujya Sachinandan Swami Maharaj has just concluded in Europe. So without further ado, this is going to be a very interactive session, and for it to be an interactive session, I need all of you to participate with me. There are some prompts on the screen. Not the prompts that you give ChatGPT, but the prompts that should inspire each of us to share our experience. So, first question, why do we chant? I just want few answers. No answer is wrong. Why do we chant? Any answer? Anyone want to share? Yes?
Connect with Prabhuji.
To connect?
Connect with Prabhuji.
To connect with the devotees, to connect with Krishna. Yes. Anyone else?
For the pleasure of Krishna.
For the pleasure of Krishna. Very nice. Anyone else? Huh? My Guru Maharaj said so. Very good. Yes, please. Krishna Prem. So, very wonderful answers, you know. As Samam Bonam, we can keep asking each one why we chant. The personal, what I heard from Sachinandan Maharaj is that chanting helps us find that intimate moment with Krishna. Because this world is temporary and it is full of illusion. Krishna is the source of everything. And Krishna is permanent. So we as small Tadastha Jivas are searching for the permanent Sat, permanent Chit, permanent Ananda, permanent bliss. George Harrison famously says that we are all searching for Krishna, whether we know it or not. Anytime we go to Whole Foods to buy, our favorite frozen pizza, we're searching for Krishna. Every time we are working a job and we're trying to make money, we're actually searching for the pleasure of Krishna from the money that we receive. So we're all searching for Krishna, and chanting is the most potent way of finding Krishna. His Holiness Gaur Gobind Maharaj famously said this, and I think it'll connect with those who are local from Georgia. I don't know about in Atlanta, but outside Atlanta, we go by guns. So Maharaj said that connected chanting is like carrying a loaded gun. A loaded gun has bullets that can kill, right? So when we are chanting in a connected way, we're carrying a loaded gun. And when we shoot that loaded gun, we capture Krishna and we kill or make Maya vanish. So Gaur Gobind Maharaj famously says, do not fire empty shots. What is an empty shot? It's a gun without bullets, or it's bullets without the material inside to go and penetrate its target. Our problem is that a lot of times we are carrying empty shots. And when we chant, in fact when you chant, if you look at the way the bead bag is held, it looks like you're carrying a gun, So it's like, what are you chanting, Are you really chanting, or are you just pointing an empty gun at Maya? So, I don't want this to be just a dry class, so let us chant. Can we all sit up straight? All sit up straight. If you have beads with you, please bring your beads out. We're only going to chant 5 Mahamantras. Just 5 Mahamantras. Because we don't have time. We just want to chant 5 Mahamantras on our beads. We'll chant the Mahamantra together, in unison. Right? So I'm trying to find this out of my beads. So we'll start with the Panchatattva mantra, and then we'll chant 5 Mahamantras together. Everybody sit straight. Deep breath in. Breathe out. Eyes closed. Everyone together. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Last one. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So we chanted. We could chant more, but I want to take from all of you. I want a few of you to share one realization you've had from chanting recently, and one challenge that you've been facing while chanting recently. So anybody would like to share one good realization you've had from chanting recently, and one challenge that you've faced?
Satisfied by myself.
You feel satisfied while chanting. Thank you. Yes, Prabhuji.
When you chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Krishna is dancing on your tongue.
Very nice. That is a very, very big realization. Thank you so much. Anyone wants to share challenges?
Sleep.
Sleep.
Krishna says, wherever my devotee glorify me, I am lying here.
Wherever my devotee is, I'm right there. Very nice. Yes, Prabhu.
I personally find managing the time as a challenge.
You find managing your time as a challenge.
Yeah, I'm doing 16 hours.
Anyone else? Yes, Prabhu.
When I'm chanting, I realize how I'm struggling a lot in the chanting. Lord Krishna, given mercy to hear this class. That's what I was able to do very well now in chanting.
Correct.
And chanting, obviously, mind always diverts.
Yeah. So, a big challenge is the mind, right? The mind is constantly wandering as we chant Hare Krishna. So, we will do this a few more times later. I just want, for the sake of time, to proceed. So, the mind is a very important instrument. The mind is a very important instrument in the process of chanting. So, Param Pujya Sachinandan Maharaj in his retreat shares 3 keys for good japa. First one is called intention. The second one, sincerity or sharanagati. And the third one is attention. It's a nice abbreviation called Isha. How many of you have heard of Isha Foundation? Yes? Yeah. So we know who they are, right? So who is our Isha? Our Isha is actually Harinam Prabhu. So what are these 3 keys? Intention. Intention basically means that when we chant japa, we are coming and telling Krishna, I'm here with my beads to chant and not do anything else. Sharanagati or sincerity is realizing that if I don't want to chant, I have no hope. I really, really, really need Krishna right now. The world has gone crazy. Like this year, putting aside my personal experiences, wars in so many countries, fighting on the streets, people are getting shot up. That's like daily news. It's like that's the oxygen for most people these days. And it is so severe, and it really induces so much fear. But there's one good news. That fear is going to help you really want Krishna. So that's the Sha in Isha stands for Sharanagati. And attention, as Prabhuji said, our mind will wander, but bringing it back gently is our endeavor. It is our free will to bring our mind back to when we chant. So now we'll quickly explore how are we going to create intention for ourselves, how are we going to feel sincere, and how are we going to be attentive. So how do we set an intention? Param Pujya Sachinandan Maharaj gave this example of Sri Vrajamandala. How many of you have been to Vrindavan in the last few years? Yeah. How many of you have done Vrajamandala Parikrama? Like gone around the 84 Kosha, or at least gone to important dhams within Vraja. So, if you see, Vrajamandala looks like, if you spread it out, it looks like the whorls of a lotus. And if you look at your beads, and if you arrange them in a circular fashion, it mimics the route that a devotee will take as they are doing Vrajamandala Parikrama. So when you are taking your beads, one wonderful way to set your intention is, Krishna, I want to do Vrajamandala Parikrama in my mind. I cannot be in Vrindavan right now because I don't know if I will be able to enter the country if I go to India. So at least let me perform the Vrajamandala Parikrama in my mind. And I will assume that each bead of my Japamala is me taking one step around Vrindavan. So one can set this intention before they are about to chant Japa, that I am going to perform Vraja Mandala Parikrama. I've taken a plane, booked a ticket from Atlanta to Delhi. I've taken a taxi to Vrindavan. I've come to Vishram Ghat. I am sitting inside the Ghat waters and I'm pouring water on myself, purifying myself of all the material desires that I have and praying to the Devi who controls the Ghat. Please give me the energy to do this Vrajamandala Parikrama. Please give me this energy to chant one round very sincerely. His Grace Dravida Prabhu, who is a prolific scholar in ISKCON, he shared this pastime with Srila Prabhupada in a private meeting in 1976. He was sitting with Prabhupada and Prabhupada was saying, it is very nice when you can chant your rounds. When you're happy and you can chant your rounds, it's very nice. And Dravida Prabhu is like, yes, makes sense. And Prabhupada suddenly says, but sometimes you don't feel like chanting your rounds. You don't feel like picking up your bead bag. You don't feel like chanting the words Hare Krishna. At that time, if you pray to Srimati Radharani and say, Oh Devi, please, I have no desire to chant your holy names or the names of your beloved. But if you give me a little seva, and you give me the energy to just chant one round of Mahamantra, I will be so indebted to you. And Dravida Prabhu was shocked. How can Prabhupada, enlightened soul, Mahatma, say such a thing? And then he actually answered the real question that Dravida Prabhu had, which was like, Prabhupada, will this happen to me? I do not, now I'm a new bhakta, but will this happen to me? And he says, yes, one day you will be in this position. And when this crisis happens, then when you pray like this, then you will become a pure devotee. So when we are feeling very, very low, and we are not feeling any energy to chant, it is a beautiful meditation to think about this Vrajamandala Parikrama or remember Srila Prabhupada's words that just pray to Radharani, please give me a little energy to do some seva for you, to chant that one extra round for you. And in that prayer, all the energy that you need to chant, to serve, to read, to hear will come. Sharanagati prayers by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur are very powerful. So, before we chant our next set of Mahamantras, I would like us all to take this small sankalpa. A sankalpa is not a vow, it is just an internal conviction that we are asking for from Krishna. So, I will say the words one by one, and hopefully you can repeat after me, right? And in your heart, accept that this sankalpa is the sankalpa that you are going to make before you chant the next 5 Mahamantras that we are about to. Okay? So, with a prayerful mood, eyes closed, everyone. Repeat after me. There is no one on this earth who can deliver me. O merciful Lord. It is your declaration that you deliver the lowest, most sinful persons. I am your eternal servant and have now come to your lotus feet. You are my maintainer and protector. Om Dasa. This is a wonderful sankalpa to recite to ourselves. You can print it and put it in front of your altar and just read it before you chant your Mahamantras. Let us chant. Let's take our beads. This time again, we will chant 5 rounds. For those who don't have beads, you can chant on your fingers. Your fingers have been naturally created by Krishna to chant. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can count. So, straight, sit up straight, posture straight, eyes closed. Breathe in deeply. Breathe out. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Was there some difference after taking the Sankalpa? Little bit difference? Anybody?
The mind is less diabetic now.
Thank you, Prabhuji. I thought nobody would say anything. Anybody else? Share something that you felt was good about taking the Sankalpa and then chanting it.
Feel very happy.
You feel very happy? Okay. Anybody, everybody still facing some challenges while chanting? Yeah. Some, sorry? Cannot focus. Yeah. I think it takes lots of practice reciting the Sankalpa, making the Sankalpa every day. Instead of just, oh yeah, I'm going to take my beads and I'm going to start chanting. The Sankalpa helps us focus. Anybody else want to share any realizations? Yes, please.
When you chant together, your mind is more focused.
Yeah. That's the power of Sankirtan Yagya. We're actually doing a Yagya over here, and all of us are chanting together and committing to make this Sankalpa and then chant together. Let's see if there are more realizations from the other two aspects. So we first discussed intention. Intention is, I want to chant. The next thing is sincerity. I really need Krishna. Actually, sincerity is not cultivated necessarily by what we may do during the chanting, so much as what we may do outside when we are not chanting. What have we done in the remaining 22 hours that helps us chant sincerely in the 2 hours? So let's see if we can learn something about this from Sachinandan Maharaj. Maharaj said a very, very beautiful point that I like to, that I thought would be worth sharing in the immersion. He said that there are insincere voices in us. And that's okay. There's someone in the head saying, oh, you can't chant for more than 10 minutes. Oh, I can chant, but how will I make money? Oh, this chanting is very cumbersome. I don't want to chant. Oh, I will chant later. Biggest excuse, I will chant later. There's a lot of insincere voices in us. And the tendency in our head is, no, fight, and keep fighting until, we die. And then we realize we spend more time fighting with insincerity than actually chanting. So Maharaj says it's okay. It's okay if you feel insincere. It's okay if you don't feel like chanting. But there are voices within us because we are human beings. There are sincere voices in our heart. Listen to those. There's a part of us that wants to chant, but it is drowned out by the other voices that are saying, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, and are creating excuses. Give a chance, just like you give chances to those insincere voices, sometimes give a chance to those small, very tiny, feeble, sincere voices in the heart. Vraj Bihari Prabhu is a very senior devotee in Chowpati, and he likes to, every time in the class, someone will say, "Oh Prabhuji, I can't chant. How do I chant sincerely? Oh Prabhuji, it's hard to get up in the morning and chant. How do I do that? Prabhuji, I cannot chant when I'm not in the association of devotees. How do I chant?" And Prabhuji has one answer for all of them. And it's inspired by a very favorite American brand, Nike. Just do it. You don't feel like doing it, do it. You have many other things that you're thinking about, still do it. You feel like you want to sleep more, but you still have to chant, get up and do it. Just do it. Half of the effort that goes into listening to the insincere voices in our head is pushed away when we just pick up our beads and start chanting. How many of you have experienced this? That you don't feel like chanting, but then when you start chanting, you just want to keep rolling. It keeps rolling off your tongue. How many? Anybody? Yeah. You just start, first round, difficult, second round, difficult, third round, okay, fourth round, okay, fifth round, better, sixth round, nice. And then by the end of 16 rounds, I'm wondering, wait, I finished? No, like one more, let's do one more, and like let's pay attention now. And then after 17th round, no, one more, let's do one more. And that's when it feels like the train of Harinam Prabhu has started rolling in our heart. So sometimes, just do it, just do it. It's a dream until you do it, so just do it. One very important question that Sachinandan Maharaj did as part of the workshop, he said that sincerity is like a ice sheet. How many of you have walked on ice before? In a skating rink or in a frozen country, like frozen part of Canada or someplace. If you've walked on ice before, have you sometimes seen ice through which you can see underneath? Like you can see the water underneath the ice. Have you seen that before? Have you seen Prabhu? Like you can literally see the ice and you feel scared. My God, if I stepped on it, what if the ice collapses and you fall inside? It seems every year about 1,000 deaths happen just because people are stand on thin ice and then they just go down underneath because the ice collapses. Sachinandan Maharaj was saying that thin ice that we see, it's assumptions that we have about our sincerity. When we assume that things like, oh, I don't have enough time today to do my rounds. Oh, I have to do that very important presentation. If I don't, put in more effort, I will get fired. Oh, I need to go and do groceries, and then I need to finish my work, and then I have to take care of my kids, and then I have to cook, and then I have to do this, and I have to do that, and then maybe I can chant. So there are some assumptions that we all hold that are like thin ice. And that thin ice is cracking underneath our feet and causing us to fear chanting. We are scared of committing to chanting because the thin ice underneath our feet is slowly cracking and we are scared that the thin ice will break. So I wanted to ask just a few of you, what are some assumptions we have in regards to chanting Hare Krishna and our sincerity? What are some assumptions that are there? Some assumptions that we have about ourselves, about our ability to chant Hare Krishna. What are some assumptions? There's no wrong answer. What are some assumptions?
I cannot wake up early in the morning.
I cannot wake up early in the morning. Oh, it's so hard to wake up early in the morning. What other assumptions do we have? do we hold on to? Nitai Prabhu? What assumptions do we have that prevent us from committing to chanting?
Managing work gets difficult.
Managing work will get difficult. Oh, if I commit to chanting more rounds, I can't finish my work. How will I get promoted? Yes, Prabhu.
It's hard for me to chant when you have to do it.
Sorry, Prabhu.
It's hard for me to chant when you have to do it. I can chant only.
Sorry.
You can chant only in the morning.
Oh, I can only chant purely in the morning. If I chant any other time in the day, it's equivalent to, you know, hearing my mother shout at me. So, thank you, Prabhu. Are there any other assumptions we have about ourselves about chanting Hare Krishna?
If you have a really taste of chanting Hare Krishna, you'll get up very early and start chanting.
Yeah, there is this big assumption that devotees have that, one, I need to be pure before I can chant properly. Or I need to have taste in chanting before I can chant properly. But actually, if we look carefully, that is an assumption that we are carrying. Krishna Mahaprabhu came not to just liberate, you know, pure devotees. He came to liberate Jagai and Madai. And who were Jagai and Madai? Murderers, rapists, completely, you know, separate from society. The worst of the worst you can think of. And he induced them to chant Hare Krishna. I think we all have some good qualities that qualify us to be better than Jagai and Madai. Yes or no? Can we say that? Yeah. So, at least if Mahaprabhu can liberate them, come on, I think we are a little better. I'm not saying we are amazing, but we are a little better. If they, who have never chanted the names before, are able to now become Jagadananda and Madhavananda and inspire so many devotees, why can't we commit to chanting the Mahamantra and surpassing this fear of our assumptions? That thin ice that we are standing on are the assumptions. So it's time to move away from thin ice and come on stable ground. What is that stable ground? Depend on Krishna. I don't feel like chanting, just do it. I cannot commit to chanting so many rounds, commit to some number of rounds and take mercy of the senior Vaishnavas and chant. One quote that my Guru Maharaj shares, I really love it. When you feel low and you don't feel like chanting, chant with those who have taste. And when you feel high and you feel like I'm on top of the world and I'm feeling so full, serve those who have taste. Because when you chant with those who have taste, they will give you the motivation and inspiration to keep chanting even when you don't feel like chanting. And when you feel high and you feel like Krishna's here, I'm going to get him in 18 days, then we can serve those who have taste because they will tell us, actually we have a long journey to Goloka and that will allow us to humble ourselves. So with this idea, I ask each of you, take one assumption you have about the chanting of the holy names that you're holding on to. Oh, it's so hard, or it's too much commitment. Take that assumption and kindly put it to the side. Like, take it from your heart. Everybody, touch your heart. Touch your heart. Imagine what that assumption is, okay? And imagine you're taking that assumption from your heart like a thread and you're putting it to the side. You put it to the side. And now, we take our Japamala again. And again we will chant 5 Mahamantras. Straight back, keep straight posture, close your eyes, breathe in deeply, breathe out. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Once more. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Again. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Again. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Can someone else who has not shared so far please share some realizations from this experience of chanting? How did it feel? Any difference? I'm sorry, I'm not a good facilitator. Anyone? Yes. Sorry, Mark. More feelings for Krishna. Thank you. Sorry, more focus. Yes. The setting of the intention and asking ourselves what assumption I'm holding on to and removing it from our heart when we chant is so crucial. Yeah. Anybody else? Yes, good.
When you say chant after 5 rounds, and you say, I also wanted to chant, means it wanted to more.
Yes.
That feeling is.
Yeah. It's like when you know that you have to chant 16 rounds. 16 rounds may seem like an ordeal, but the next round is something special. More than what Krishna asked for, more than what our Guru Maharaj asked for. I'm going to chant this extra round. And after chanting that, I'm going to chant one more round because I was trying to please my Guru Maharaj, now I want to please the Radha Madan more. And then after that, one more round because I want to chant for my family. And then another round because I want to chant for all the devotees in the Sangha. My Guru Maharaj always says that if you're struggling with any relationships with any devotees, always set aside a small quota of rounds. It could be 1 round, it could be 10 rounds, just for that Vaishnava. Just chant extra rounds for that person and pray for them. That might change the way you perceive the relationship you have, even though it is very strained. I can share from experience that this has worked wonders with my own family. So we are almost out of time, but I want to quickly finish this. So the last, in Isha, what does I stand for? I stands for? Intention. What does Sh stand for? Sharanagati. And A stands for attention. So how do we become attentive? So Sachinanda Maharaj in the immersion said that when we chant Hare Krishna, think of ourselves as this little baby calf. It's so cute, right? So small, so tender. It must be only 1 year old, 1.5 years old. And look at how eagerly it is looking to suckle milk from the udder of its mother. Actually, this calf, this baby calf, is like our mind. And any topic of attention cannot be discussed without discussing the mind. So during the immersion, Sachinandan Maharaj asked us to consider ourselves like baby calves walking around in the vast meadows of our mind, and going, not roaming around in the meadows, but exclusively searching for our mother, which is Harinam Prabhu, to go and suckle milk from Harinam. Because our mind is searching for pleasure, and that pleasure can be achieved through Harinam. All it takes is for us to see ourselves as this baby calf searching for its mother. The way we can think of this mother cow, if not Harinam Prabhu, could be a verse that we like from the Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Right? There are some verses which we read, which we really like, and which we can keep reciting. If you give the mic to each of you, and I said, right now, give the Sunday feast class, you will naturally gravitate to that verse or that pastime of your Guru Maharaj or of Srila Prabhupada, and you want to recite that verse. So find that verse for yourself. That verse that catches your sincerity is the best verse you can meditate on when you are tired. Can we quickly go around and share one verse that we really like, that we connect with, that we really like, that reminds us a lot about Krishna? One verse from Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, Chaitanya Charitamrita, any other place, any verse. It can be very simple. It can be, Sarva Dharma Parityaja. Yes, Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Yogaksheme Vahamyaham. Which, that's from the Bhagavad Gita. Thank you, Mataji. Anyone else? Yes, Prabhu. Beautiful.
Chanting these prayers in Asmade, saying that remove all material desires.
Beautiful. Thank you, Prabhu. Anybody else? Favorite verse that you have?
I remember one last man, Name Bhakta Pradeshya. My devotee never vanished.
Devotees never vanquish. Bhagavad Gita. Thank you. Anybody else? Yes, Prabhu. 12th canto Srimad Bhagavatam. What is the context? Sukadeva Goswami is praying to Lord Krishna. Thank you. Anybody else? Last one. Thank you so much. Yes, Prabhu. Beautiful. This verse could be what anchors us when we are feeling very low in our japa. It is the verse that we can recite when we feel very, very low, that can bring us back to chanting quality Harinam. I like this small collection of verses. It is recited by Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. It is called the Nityanand Chandrasya Nama Dwadashakam. I recite this every time before I chant japa, or any time in the middle of my japa where I'm feeling very exhausted from chanting my rounds. I'll quickly recite it. Nityanando Avtutendur Vasudha Prana Vallabha Janvi Jivitapati Krishna Prema Prada Prabhu Padmavati Sudha Shriman Sachinandana Purvaja Bhavan Mato Jagatrata Rakta Gaura Kalevara Shri Nityananda Chandrasya Nama Dwadashakam Shubham Ya idam pratyaham prata pratyuttaya patinnara saklesha rahito bhutva prapnuyat swam anoratham turnam chaitanya devasya karuna bhajanam bhavet. I remember when I used to go out on books and I used to feel extremely agitated and nobody's taking books, I'd suddenly start reciting this Nityananda of Tutendru, Nityananda of Tutendru, Nityananda of Tutendru, and like magic, like really like magic, suddenly someone would show up and say, hey, what do you have in your hands? I found so much magic in reciting these prayers. This is the translation of this verse, of these set of verses. I will not go into it, but this is a set of verses glorifying Nityanand Prabhu. Shri Nityanand Prabhu is the embodiment of eternal bliss. He's the moon of all Avadutas and the beloved of the life breath of Vasudha, his wife. I'll ask all of you to close your eyes. Okay, close your eyes one last time. Imagine that it is dark outside. Close your eyes and imagine that it is dark outside. And you can see the rising moon. You can see the rising moon. And that moon is Nityanand Prabhu. He's so beautiful. He's maddened in overwhelming emotions. And there's a golden tinge around that moon. It's so beautiful. With this mood of remembering that moon like Nityananda Prabhu's face, let us take our Japamala, eyes closed, back straight, deep breath in, breathe out. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. Remember the one last time, the moon-like face of Nityanand Prabhu, and chant with all your heart. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Hare. So in summary, the three keys to chanting good japa. I for
Attention.
S for A for
Attention.
So always remember, Krishna is always with you, and our Isha will always attract his mercy. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Anyone have any reflections, comments? Please correct me if I made any mistake during my presentation.
Anyone has any questions? Any comments? Yes, please.
Anuradha, right? Anuradha Leela Mataji. She lives in Savannah, Georgia. You know where that is? Who here knows where is Savannah, Georgia? Who doesn't know where Savannah, Georgia is? You have to grow up a little bit. It's a secret. It's a very beautiful little town in the southern parts of the state of Georgia. And there, Anuradha Leela Mataji has planted the seed of bhakti. And she is holding beautiful Sunday feast programs, chanting and dancing, and new people are coming. So the beauty of Krishna consciousness is, wherever you are, all you have to do is take this holy name with you, and all around you will start to flourish these beautiful hearts that are seeking the connection with Sri Harinam Prabhu, the Lord in the form of the holy name. So thank you very much for your feedback, Anuradha Leela Mataji. So thank you all again for joining us on our Sunday feast. Today we are celebrating the memory and the departure of Vinod Sharma Prabhu's family.